This is a Corsair K68 RGB keyboard that I bought, I think, at the end of last year when I spilled on my old keyboard, which was also a Corsair, but a slightly more expensive one. This one has a little bit more plastic construction. And the other ones, I've had two of the like K69 or whatever they were, I don't remember exactly, but the single color, like red background version of this keyboard with the metal construction. And they were great. They were my favorite gaming keyboards to date. This one is by far the worst keyboard I've ever used, especially for gaming. And it's pretty easy to tell why, just at a glance, or at least get a hint. You'll notice that the Q and the P and the W have been switched. That's what it is. That's because the actual W key won't stay on its post, because the plastic is so cheap on these keys that just by pressing it several times, which I know is something a gamer never does, it has actually broken to the point where it will just pop right off if you are not paying attention. So let's get that into frame there. You can see it is just completely broken, right? And that is not unique to just this one key. That's not a one key problem. The reason this happens is that they're all so cheap and loose that they will pop off as you are pressing it repeatedly, and then you'll push on it when it's not quite aligned right, and it will just end up flexing and cracking, meaning that then it never rests the same again. So another good example, my control key here, used plenty. Oh, all you need to do is pop it once and it pops right off. This one, I don't think it has any visible signs of damage. It's just loose. The keys are just loose. They just pop right off, like without any effort. That shouldn't be how a keyboard works. So I'm not really sure what they were thinking. I don't know who tested these things, but it's terrible. Like I've routinely lost games now just because I'm like moving along, and you know I'm trying to play, and oh, there goes a key. So I'm literally going to bust out my old keyboard where the circuitry is damaged and see if I can put the higher quality keycaps on, or maybe it's the switches on these that are crappier. I'm not sure, but I think it's the actual keycaps. So I might be able to salvage this just fine, because otherwise the keyboard feels great. It works great. The keys just don't stay on it, and I'm not willing to, you know, put a dab of glue on them or something, because then I really can't fix it. So that is my review of this god-awful K68 keyboard that I recommend none of you buy, as pretty as it is, because it is a hot piece of garbage that's a disgrace to the Corsair name. So don't do it. Don't be like me.